Guys, we've gotten to see a lot of cold steel knives on this channel, but there's been a few that have been really elusive. I got to see an Archangel. Well, the same guy that let me borrow the Archangel allowed me to borrow this. We're going to look at this pretty elusive knife. But I want to remind you guys, I've opened up a Discord for everyone, for the entire community. You don't have to be a member. It's a limited version of what the paying members get. So I'll put a link to that in the description below. Go have fun and meet the other subscribers. Now, let's turn this around and take a look at the Elusive Black Talon by Cold Steel. All right, guys, I have that Cold Steel here, but I wanted to point out, if you guys can find one of these 8-in-1 Torx bit drivers from Husky, they're kind of hard to find. I found this one on Amazon. These things are great. 8 different sizes, all the way from T4 to T9, and then, T10 and then T15. Great little item if you tinker with your knives. So this knife was brought to me here at the house directly from Mr. Spitfire Customs, one of the paying members. He was in town for a concert and decided he'd drop this by. Now, I've wanted to see one of these for a long time, so let's take a quick look at this. Not going to be a long video. Now, the Black Talon is a model that Cold Steel did that I've always wanted to see. I was always curious about it. This is the Black Talon 2. Now, the Gen 1s, the originals, were done differently. They had a contoured handle, a lot thicker. They weren't done in a triad lock. I think they were a liner lock. I don't remember. Let me grab something that's really similar to it, which is the Spyderco Matriarch 2. These were very similar knives. As a matter of fact, you could almost say that this was a copy. It's not quite a copy, but you can see very similar. This is a much larger knife. There is a Spyderco that's a lot more similar in size, and it's the Civilian, which is a bigger version of this. So this Spyderco is a much smaller. This is basically an Endura size knife. So you can see this is a big knife. It is off the mat in length, so the mat is coming in at 9. So this is probably 10 and a half inches. This one is in S35 VN. As you can see, it's a full serrated edge except for the very tip. It does have an Emerson style wave feature. It does have a reversible clip, and this isn't the angled one, so you don't have to have a special secondary clip. You can just flip this from side to side. It's done in G10. The G10 that Cold Steel uses is very aggressive. I imagine this is going to be a pocket ripper. And like I say, it's got the triad lock. So this is an updated version of the Black Talon. Now, I have to say, all of these Cold Steels that I've ever had that had this thumb plate on here that also acted as a wave feature were very good in and out of pocket. I like the triad lock. It's one of my favorite locks. It's a very strong lock. It's probably the strongest lock on the market. You can see there how far that drops in. You got the secondary pin. You cannot go wrong with a triad lock. First impressions. Now, I did have this out. I looked at this with Spitfire, so it's not an actual unboxing, but I have not even had it in my pocket yet. It's okay comfort-wise. I wish that they had stuck with the wider, more contoured scales. It would have made this a much more comfortable knife. It just feels a little thin. It does have a good handle shape with these finger spots here, your cutouts for your fingers. And the pocket clip just is really not a hot spot that I can tell. Disengagement of triad locks sometimes can be problematic. They are a little stiff sometimes. This one does not seem to be an issue. And you can see right there, like everybody, we always talk about how robust the triad lock is. We look at how deep that channel is for that big lock face to drop in on what is a modified back lock or mid lock. So looks like simple construction, T8, T6 hardware on this probably. I don't think we're going to take it apart. I do not like taking triad locks apart, to tell you the truth. There's no real reason to, because the only thing you really have to clean on these is right there. This is running on washers, and it is pretty smooth. It's a fairly thin profile. I wish they hadn't done this. There's jimping there, but it's not really that, well, I guess it's not that bad. We'll see how I feel about it in and out of pocket. I'm not going to do any cutting with this because, like the Civilian, the tips on these are very fragile. The Matriarch 2 does not have near as much of a a problem with it being so thin at the tip that it thins out here. So there you go. This is going to be a little fun. I've never gotten to really handle one of these. It is a big knife. This would be something more akin to what I would want to carry for a self-defense role. It's a lot more easy to conceal, but the fact is that this does have the wave feature on it, so that gives it a little bit more ease of deployment. I know that you can wrap a zip tie around the hole on this. You can kind of turn that into a wave feature. So we'll see how I feel about this after a little bit. I will put this in my pocket, carry it for a day. Like I said, not going to do a lot of cutting. I'll carry it for a day. We'll do first impressions. We may or may not see this in like a long-term carry video. It just might get one more video after this. So yeah, big shout out to Spitfire Customs, one of my paying members, for dropping this off here at the house. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. There you go, guys. Really cool that this showed up. I've been digging this all day today. I knew I was going to get to unbox it and open it up, and I've been playing around with this for a couple hours since I shot the body in the intro. So it is pretty cool. We probably will see at least one more video on this. So guys, that's it. I don't think I threw a Coffee Brand Coffee ad in. I don't think I even made a spot for it. Loud car. So go ahead and go check out Coffee Brand Coffee, Temper Trail. They're my channel sponsors. There are links down below that have discounts built in, but you can also use coupon code CrazySharp to save 5% at Temper Trail, 10% at Coffee Brand Coffee. You can also use that discount code over at Rosecraft Blades and Farron Forge Knife Works. Those are not affiliates. You simply just save 5% with them. I've got a ton of affiliates down below, however, that will support the channel. You can use my Amazon link, take that link, pin it to your browser, use it for any shopping you're going to do. It's a full Amazon store. That's down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout, supports the channel. But the best way is to join the membership, where we have a lot of fun. Everyone gets early access to the videos the second I post them up. Everyone gets exclusive content when I post it up. You have access to the members only Discord that has a lot more stuff going on than the one I did for the community. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on that Discord server. And the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind that paywall. Guys, that's it on this one. I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.